I'm gonna go insane. I think we can all agree that politics have...
I'm speaking.
We're both-
no, I'm
we're both
speaking.
clumps
No,
of cells.
I'm speaking. No,
We're-
I'm
we're both-
speaking.
Do not question
Okay.
my morality.
Yeah.
Do not.
gotten messy. You have people who are yelling at each other. You have people who are pointing the finger at each other. We have our two presidential elects who have yelled at each other in the past, and our recent vice presidential debate was actually much better, in my opinion, than the presidential debate in regards of showing respect and in regards of being civil. Why is it that everyone hates each other in regards to politics? I mean, that's kind of an overstatement. But it's like you can't talk about politics anymore. You can't discuss anything. If you say you support someone, people automatically attack you. They assume you are this, this, and that. And it goes both ways. I've seen it more so on the left side, but I think the right side tends to do it as well, where we're just villainizing each other. And there are certain issues where you do have to take a stand, and sometimes it is a little difficult to see why someone may see something the way they do. But ultimately, I've learned that people see things from their point of view because of their experiences. And we've kind of lost sight of that. We just keep villainizing each other, and it's so unproductive. And so I wondered, okay, why is it that we are doing this? And I realized it's because of the media, mainstream media. Hello. What I mean by mainstream media is any major news network or outlet. So MSNBC, ABC, Fox News, what else? CNN, New York Times. News networks just feed people what they want to hear, and it's absolutely insane. And that's why everyone is so defensive, because we're all getting different news. Literally, we're all getting different news. It's insane. I'm like, I just want to know what is going on. Is that too much to ask? I don't need your bias. I don't need you to tell me what to think. I don't need you to tell me that this person is telling me that they're voting for this person. I don't need you to tell me that. I can think for myself. What I need you to tell me is the straight facts. That's what I need you to do. But that is too much to ask from people nowadays, apparently. So that's why everyone's getting irritated with each other, because naturally, when we hear things, we get defensive over that. We think, no, I heard this. Who are you to tell me that this is wrong? Who are you to tell me that the numbers are wrong? It's insane. Honestly, what I do is I listen to podcasts of the people that the media is talking about. I listen to podcasts. What is the person actually saying? Not what the media is telling me that they're saying. What is the person actually saying? What has the person said? I've literally been relying on interviews, like independent interviewers, mostly on YouTube, because they're usually asking the questions that these interviewers are usually asking the questions that most of the American people are thinking. And there's not really any propaganda behind it. At least I don't think so. A lot of the major news outlets that I mentioned, some of them, excluding Fox, I think most of them, tend to push more leftist ideology. I know Fox is definitely more right ideology. Basically, you have something that is happening, which I kind of touched on / rant. Something called agenda setting theory. I'm not saying that these people in the news are exactly thinking of this theory, but just looking at it from a psychological perspective. It's basically when the influence of the media pushes a certain agenda onto people, therefore affecting how they view things. So the news media, which is supposed to give you the news, not telling you what to think, but the news. So you have people who experience cognitive dissonance, which is when you experience discomfort, when you don't like hearing something that doesn't align with your beliefs. Usually we're fed, okay, let's say you mostly listen to a certain news outlet such as CNN or something. You're fed that, and then you hear something different from Fox News and you don't like it because you heard something completely different from CNN. So you experience cognitive dissonance. Therefore, usually we have confirmation bias, where we want to hear what affirms our beliefs. Therefore, we are only going to the outlets that reaffirm our beliefs. This makes me feel good about myself. This makes me feel like I know what I'm doing, like I know what I'm talking about, etc., etc. The way headlines are worded significantly impact the way the reader takes in the information. Because here's the thing, I know there's politics, there's politicians, there's a whole game / war out there that's going on, this mental political game that's happening. For the most part though, the average American may be watching the news, but we have our lives. We're super busy, we're doing things, we're on the go, and so naturally we want the news. Maybe some of us want the news, but sometimes we don't have the time to research all of the quote unquote misinformation that's going on. It takes time. And even when you think you found it, someone tells you, oh, you're wrong in that, this is what I found out. And I'm like, bruh. So basically, I'm brain farting right now. Basically, the average person is gonna look at that headline and think, okay, taking the information, right? That's reasonable, right? Because we're trusting that the news is being accurate. Granted, we do exaggerate things to get money. Basically, money sells in this country. So you get a nice headline, it catches people's attention, but the thing is, someone might not even have the time to really look into that story, and we can't even trust the news anymore. Somebody explain. So all this misinformation is going to result in a divided country. Wonderful. Obviously, you have headlines, crazy headlines that are a quick way to get a view, a quick way to get a buck. You have people saying these insane things, because that's the way it is now. It's especially with social media, I've noticed it's very easy to get angry now because you just see one thing and you think, oh my gosh, I'm so pissed off now. Sometimes I wish we could just rewind, you know, just a little bit, not too much, but just a little bit, you know. So. Anyways, so that was my rant. I wanted to make it look professional, but honestly, this is just me ranting, honestly, now that I think about it. So anyways, I'm gonna sound like a YouTuber. I don't want to tell people to like and subscribe yet because I'm not sure I'm there yet in regards to YouTuber, but I probably will be one day. I'm kind of dreading it though. Anyways, yeah, it's crazy out here.